my England players' player ratings for this World Cup. Starting off with the goalkeepers. Pickford could have done a bit better for the Tchouaméni goal against France in the quarterfinals, but apart from that, his tournament was decent, so I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Pope and Ramsdale, they're not really eligible for a rating because they didn't play a single minute this World Cup, so I don't think it's fair to rate them. On to the defenders now. Starting off with Maguire, I'm going to give him a 6.5. He started off the tournament really well, but then could have done better for Giroud's goal against France, and that's when we really needed him the most. So his rating could have been higher if he done better when we really needed him the most. So that's why I'm going to give him 6.5. On to John Stones. A decent World Cup tournament, but he could have offered more from set pieces, I feel like. So I'm going to give him a 7. On to Ben White. He's not eligible for a rating because he didn't play any minutes this World Cup, and then he went home before the World Cup finished because of personal reasons. So that's why he's not available to get rated. So on to Conor Coady. Same with Coady, similar to White really. Didn't play any games in this World Cup for England, so that's why I'm not going to rate him. Eric Dyer didn't play that many games, just made a few substituted appearances. So I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. On to Kyle Walker now. He was very good against France. Didn't start the first 2 World Cup games because he was covering an injury. So I'm going to give Walker a 7.5 out of 10. I think he was England's best defender this World Cup because of how well he did in the games that he did play in. Because even though he didn't play as many games as he would have liked, because the first 2 he missed out through injury, but considering that he just came back from injury, you can't really argue with how he played in this World Cup. On to Luke Shaw. I think he struggled against Dembele in the first half against France. But then the rest of his World Cup performances were all right, so I'm going to give him a 6.5. On to the midfield now. Starting off with Jordan Henderson. Scored against Senegal. Could have done better in the games like against France and that. But I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. On to Mason Mount. Didn't really do much this World Cup. I think for large portions of this World Cup he was quite poor. But he did win us the penalty against France, so that gives him a chance of getting a higher rating than what he would have done if it wasn't for him winning that penalty. So I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. If it wasn't for that, it would have been a 4.5. On to the next one. James Maddison. I think it's absolutely disgraceful that he didn't play a single minute this World Cup when he's a miles better player than Mason Mount. But because Mason Mount plays for a top 6 club and Maddison doesn't, he gets more minutes than him. That's not right in my opinion. I can't rate Maddison because he didn't play, but I think it's a disgrace that he didn't play, to be honest, because he's arguably England's best midfielder, and if not England's best midfielder, one of England's best midfielders. On to Declan Rice. I think his World Cup wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that great either. So I'm going to give him a 6.5. Could have been better, but could have been worse. Calvin Phillips now. Didn't start a game this World Cup. Did get the assist for the third goal against Senegal. So that gives him a chance to get a rating. So I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. Is there anyone that I've forgotten about in the midfield? Oh yeah, Gallagher. Didn't play a single minute this World Cup. But it felt like he only took Gallagher for squad numbers, because if he didn't do that for that reason, then you would have seen him play. And I feel because he didn't play, I'm not going to give him a rating. So not applicable for his rating. So on to the attackers now. Starting off with Bukayo Saka. Got 3 goals this tournament. 2 against Iran and 1 against Senegal. And also won us the penalty against France. He could have done better against France, in my opinion, because in the first half I don't think he was taking on Theo Hernandez enough, but in the second half he was very good. So I'm going to give him a 8 out of 10 rating. On to Phil Foden. Got 1 goal this World Cup and also 2 assists. He was very good against He was very good against Senegal, getting the 2 assists there. Got the goal against Wales. The only thing that I would have liked to have seen more from Foden is to actually get played more, because apart from the Wales game, the Senegal game, and the France game, he didn't play enough because he didn't play the first 2 World Cup games. And I think alongside Rashford, he's probably England's best player this World Cup. I'm going to give Foden a 8.5 out of 10. Because even though he didn't get as many goals as Saka, I think he offered more to the team than what Saka did. On to Marcus Rashford. Got 3 goals this World Cup tournament. 2 against Wales and 1 against Iran. He should have started more games this World Cup, just like Foden, in my opinion. And for that reason, I'm going to give him an 8.5 out of 10. On to Jack Grealish now. He got the goal against Iran, but apart from that, we didn't really see Jack Grealish for the rest of the World Cup, in particular for minutes reasons. So I'm going to give him a 6.5 out of 10. On to Callum Wilson now. I think he got an assist or 2 in the World Cup, I think against Iran. But didn't play enough minutes, in my opinion. Should have got more game time, in my opinion. But because he didn't get much game time, I'm going to have to give him a 5. On to Harry Kane now. Two goals this World Cup tournament, but he did kind of cost us with that missed penalty against France. So, for a striker, 2 goals isn't great. And I think this might sound really critical, and this might sound like I have an agenda against him, but I promise you that it isn't. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Because I feel like he could have offered a lot more than what he did. But thanks for watching this video. Leave me your thoughts on your ratings in the comment section below. And I will see you guys for another video soon. Also, a COVID update. I am feeling fine. It's just that I'm not allowed to go to school or go outside or anything like that. Just in case if I pass it on to someone, they get it for Christmas and then it ruins their Christmas, basically. And also, little shout out to my dog down here, little dog friend instead of a girlfriend. But we will get to see her in more videos soon, won't we, Bill? See you later, guys. Have a lovely rest of your Monday.